What's up guys, my name is Javier and welcome back. I ditched my corded plug-in circular saw a while back and I haven't looked back. Since then I've been using this Milwaukee M18 brushed circular saw. I ran it with 4.0 batteries and have been impressed with it ever since. It has good runtime with 4.0 batteries and the power is great, but the one thing that kind of sucks about it is having to find the smaller blades, and for some stupid reason the smaller blades are actually more expensive. I know Milwaukee came out with a M18 fuel brushless circular saw a while back, and even though it's more powerful than this model, it still uses the smaller 6.5 inch blades. Now Milwaukee has come out with a newer model, M18 fuel circular saw that uses full-size 7.25 inch blades. I had to get it, and I noticed that the toolnut.com was selling it, so I bought it through them. Right off the bat, the biggest difference besides a larger full-size blade is that it now has a blade on the right side, just like traditional corded saws do. In fact, Milwaukee claims it can cut faster than corded saws. Of course, I had to see for myself, so I put it to the test to see how it performs. I put a row of 2x lumber, which includes a 2x8, a couple of 2x4s, and a 2x10, and I did a couple of cuts to see how well it performs. On both cuts, the average time was 7.14 seconds, which is pretty impressive for any cordless circular saw. I know a lot of contractors complain about power and runtime of cordless saws of the past. Now that the fuel circular saw uses a full-size 7.25 inch blade along with a powerful brushless motor, it now has a cutting capacity of 2.5 inches. Here I put it to the test, cutting 4 stacked pieces of OSB to a total thickness of 2.5 inches to see how it performs. It cuts it very quickly for an 18-volt circular saw. You would actually expect it to go a lot slower since it's an 18-volt and cutting 4 pieces of OSB, but it had plenty of power to get the job done and at a great pace. I wish I could tell you how it compares to the previous 6.5 inch fuel circular saw, but since I haven't tried that model, the next best thing is to show you how this new fuel circular saw compares to the original brushed M18 model. Here I did the same exact cut on the same materials, and what this test actually shows you is just how powerful the brushed M18 model is while cutting plenty of stacked pieces of OSB. You can also see how the motor is maxed out as it goes rather slowly, and at the end of the cut, you notice the smaller cut capacity as it isn't able to fully cut the bottom piece. You can easily see that this new fuel model is easily more powerful than the original brushed M18 model, and it has a larger cutting capacity. You can now cut more pieces of plywood and OSB faster by being able to stack them instead of cutting them individually. We're now closer than ever to the performance of corded circular saws, which this new fuel saw is designed to be a cordless alternative. It has a beefy, powerful brushless motor for excellent 18-volt performance. You're going to be able to tear through cuts like never before, compared with previous cordless 18-volt saws. It's very fast at cutting just about anything, from lumber, whether cross-cutting, to rip cuts, to sheets of plywood, and OSB. It has plenty of power to get the job done quickly. And because the motor is brushless, you're going to get some extreme runtimes on your batteries. Milwaukee actually claims twice the runtime when compared to the previous 18-volt brush models. So I did a test of my own, and I found out that it can indeed run longer. I did a test to see how many cuts it can make into 2x4 lumber, and with a 4.0 amp hour battery, I got almost 200 cuts, which is amazing for a cordless 18-volt saw. Those of you that depend on circular saws on the job will be able to ditch the cord and go cordless with the saw. Not just because of the cordless convenience, but because of the brushless motor, you won't have to run back and forth, charging and swapping out batteries as often, and get more work done. And on top of the cordless convenience, you'll appreciate the much lower weight at only 9 pounds with the 4.0 amp hour battery pack. You'll be able to easily use this on a ladder and overhead without the excess weight. It's only a tiny bit heavier than the original brushed M18 model, but it's still lighter than corded models. Milwaukee doesn't make cheap products, so everything is top-notch, including the magnesium upper and lower blade guards to the all-magnesium shoe. You can make bevel cuts up to 50 degrees with easy-to-read markings. On the shoe, it has the ability to use a rip fence, although one is not included with the saw. It comes with a blade wrench, and it can easily be stored on the back of the saw for use at any time. The motor has a corded-like 5,000 RPM no-load speed with an electric brake to stop the blade on a dime. Like all Milwaukee M18 tools, it has a fuel gauge on the batteries to check the remaining battery charge. It has a few features that made it over from the previous fuel saw, like the belt clip. I mean the rafter hook, so you can easily hang it on something while not in use, like a 2x4. and the LED light to help in low light conditions, although the light doesn't extend beyond the shoe. A new feature not seen on the previous fuel model is the addition of a side dust ejector on the upper guard. This feature is seen on corded plug-in circular saws. It has a built-in dust blower that keeps the line of sight clean and free of debris, and I can assure you it does a great job as all the dust is blown to the side and behind the saw. I bought this from my friends over at thetoolnut.com. I'm crazy about tools and they're nuts about tools, so it only makes sense. And also because I hate paying for shipping and taxes. Can you guys believe that they don't charge you for shipping on orders over 40 bucks and no sales tax if you're outside of New York? Also, my order got shipped extremely fast in less than a week. Thanks, ToolNut. And because I already got batteries and a charger, I got the saw by itself as a Baretool, and it comes with one 24-tooth framing blade. You can also buy it as a kit that comes with 1 or 2 batteries, and the batteries are lithium-ion with 4.0 amp hour batteries of capacity, and they charge in about 80 to 85 minutes. And the kit also comes with a charger and a contractor bag. My final thoughts are that it's an excellent 18-volt circular saw. I believe you can finally cut the cord as the runtime is excellent and it won't let you down. Under regular use, you will not run down a battery faster than they can recharge. You're going to be able to get more work done without having to worry about bogging down the motor. And the cutting performance is amazing for an 18-volt circular saw, as it can easily cut material up to 2.5 inches. It's close to the performance of plug-in corded circular saws. It's close, although high-end corded models will seem a bit more powerful than this model. And I have no problem recommending this saw for someone that's tired of dealing with power cords, as it's one of the best 18-volt circular saws on the market. Users will appreciate its lower weight and portability, along with its ability to use large, full-size blades. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think of this Milwaukee M18 fuel brushless circular saw. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media over at Google+ and Facebook. Thanks for watching.